So good morning, everybody. My name's Julie. I'm here to help facilitate. I just sit in the background and just listen in. The Google Drive link for resources is in the chat. I also wanted to just share with you today the upcoming live courses that we have at Good Learning Anywhere. So this, I'm going to put the link in the chat as well, just so you can have access to that and open it up at your leisure. So this is a list of our live courses at Good Learning Anywhere. Maybe there are some courses there that you might be interested in, or that you might have some family or friends that are interested in taking some of these courses. Those again are the live courses that have scheduled times and dates. This is all of the courses that we have available. Some of them are live, some of them are independent. I'm going to put one more link in here. This upcoming live classes are the ones that are the live classes. So this next link, sorry, there's multiple links coming through at you. But this upcoming, the last link I put in is the upcoming live courses. So you can see that they're all listed there. That has the scheduled dates and times. Pardon my washing machine is talking to us. So again, if you are interested in any of these courses, you can register at www.goodlearninganywhere.com. We do have a monthly beading circle that I facilitate, just a gathering of people who are doing beading or crafting of any sort. And we just gather for a month, 1 hour each month at the end of the month. So just share those away with your friends and family. Share them on Facebook if you like. How are you guys all feeling about your Mohawk language acquisition at this point?
I feel like I'm more of a parrot than comprehending, but that's a timing issue. Alicia's been great.
Same here. I'm learning a lot, but I don't think I could put it into practical use yet.
Right.
So starting steps, right?
Yeah.
Baby steps, and since I'm starting at 60, I'm giving myself a break.
I think mainly it's being able to, you know, that goal of at least you're doing something to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, with myself, with learning Anishinaabe, I first started when I took a continuing ed course out at New Credit years and years ago. And that was the first step into learning the language, other than, I guess, you know, going back to my mom's reserve and hearing her talk and hearing her call relatives on the phone. So that's, you know, I'm 52 now, so it's been years and years of that, and helping to facilitate the Anishinaabe language classes that we offer at Good Learning Anywhere. I still am at a baby when it comes to learning language. It is definitely, when you're taking it on as a second language, it can be a lifelong learning process for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, it's the repetition would be the most important thing. Coming once a week, I have to recall a week ago, oh yeah, we were talking about titles or colors, and just trying to sort of solidify that in memory.
So one of the things, I'm not sure if Alicia shared, we are doing an intermediate session of Mohawk beginning May. Let me just double check that.
Can we get automatically enrolled?
Well, that is something that I have to double check on. I think there's going to be another registration because it's a new set of sessions. So I have to probably send that out again, and I'm not sure if we're going to limit the amounts again. Maybe that's not a good idea this time around, considering that we have, you know, some dedicated learners here. So that is something that we will, I have your emails from the first registration. So when we do set up that second registration, we will make sure to send that information directly to your emails.
Great.
Awesome. Yes, please. Thank you. Especially if it's going to be with Alicia again.
It is. So yeah, it is I think it is May 3rd that the second sets, is that the second one starts, I believe?
I think we had a week in between.
Yeah, so next week
Yeah,
is
May
the last class for this
3rd.
first session for the beginners part 1 or beginners. And then May 3rd is the second set of 5 classes, same day, same time. For May 3rd till 1, 2, 3, 4 to May 31st.
Something I had planned to do, but the power outage here at my house over the Easter weekend didn't help, was I had planned on listening through the recordings that you've made and going back through my notes to do getting my ear accustomed to the sound and then the repeating, because then I would be able to pause as I went through the recording. But like I said, in 2 days without power, I had catch up to do, and then there was Easter dinner, and so I haven't had a chance to do it. But that's what I'm going to do, Amanda. It might help you to do the same.
Yeah, it probably would.
So just in addition to that, I did only upload the 3rd class 3 recording yesterday because I was away at some work meetings last week. So that was kind of the thing I had to do yesterday when we got back to work. So it is available now. And again, it is through that that Google Drive link. There is a document that lists the recording links, but it is on our YouTube channel as well.
Awesome.
All right, I'm going to hand it over to Alicia. And again, I'll be here in the background. If you need any links or something to look up, I'm here.
Sego, sewaguego. So as you can see, we have a little guest host here today. So I may have to cut the screens out a few times if someone gets disgruntled here. But I put together a let me see where it is.
Oh, good, because I thought I had my book down here and I don't. I've got to run upstairs and get it. So take your
Okay,
time finding it. I'll be right back.
all right.
There go, Exa.
Sego.
Wanna go, I'll go.
Ha, skanagoa. No knize.
Yo na raje. Nyamagoa.
Wagatsanuni. Wagatsanuni. G yoyana laje. Nize. Ah, so I'm happy that you're doing good.
Thank you.
So how's the weather where everyone is today? A lot better than last week.
Better, yeah.
Nice
Oh,
and sunny.
perfect. Yeah, nice day to skip school. Actually, my younger son was, or older son was trying to do that today. Like, no, mommy's got her fun time. Okay. So, whoops.
I'm
Screen.
back.
Oh, perfect. Perfect timing.
Out of breath though, so don't ask me to say anything just yet.
No problem. So we're just going to start with how we've been starting the classes the last couple of times, is with the opening. So if you want, you can follow along with me. I'll make sure that I slow down, and even if you want to come back to the recording later on, hopefully this will help. So the opening, and they're just going to be pictures. I find it's easier when you hear the word and you see the pictures, the images of it, then you can make that relationship yourself. And I find sometimes, we know when we have the words up there, we're just concentrating on the phonetics too much. So, and so as I say that, this is the only time we'll see lettering on here. So we'll start now with Ganu Waladuntsala. Dayetino Walado ne ungue sua. Dayetino Walado ne ongwe sua. Dietino walado ne yetetnistaha geohunjade. Dietino walado ne yetetnistaha geohunjade. Dietino walado ne ohneganos. Dietino walado ne ohneganos. Dietino walado ne genjo sua. Dietino walado ne genjo sua. Dietino walado ne ohande sua. Dietino walado ne ohonde sua. Dietino walado ne junhekwa. Dietino walado ne junhekwa. Dietino walado ne gunjo o ne gahik sua. Dietino walado ne gahik sua. Dietino walado ne gahne galunyo. Dietino walado ne gahne galunyo. Dietino walado ne gundilio. Dietino walado ne gundilio. Dietino walado ne deo walawolye. Dietino walado ne deo walawolye. Dietino walado ne ladiwelas. Dietino walado ne ladiwelas. Dietino walado ne njege galakwa. Dietino walado ne njege galakwa. Dietino walado ne asuntaneka wenidale. Dietino walado ne asuntaneka wenidale. Dietino walado ne yoji stokwalunyo. Dietino walado ne yoji stokwalunyo. Dietino walado ne gaeli niungwedage. Dietino walado ne gaeli niungwedage. Dietino walado ne sungwaya diesel. Dietino walado ne sungwaya diesel. Eto gadi nakakweni. Okay. Okay, did I end that one? How's everyone feeling today?
Good.
Good, good, good. So I'm just trying to find my screen. Oh, there we go. This one I thought I had everything organized. It's not. Okay. So now you're gonna look at reviewing the sounds. A, E, O, U. Ha, he, ho, ha, hu. Ga, ge, gi, go, ga, gu. Na, ne, ni, no, na, nu. La, li, lo, la, lu. Sa, say, si, so, sa, su. Da, de, di, do, da, do. Wa, we, wa, ya, ye, yo, ya, you. Ja, J, Jo, Ja, Ju. Gua, Gui, Gui, Gua. Ooh.
Linda, Yugyats.
Jungyats.
Yugyats. I have to toss my head when I say that because I can't get the U out right.
Yeah, it can be a tongue twister. I'm just trying to bring up our introductions here. Okay, can everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay. So, let's just go. I'll just go down the line what I see here, and we'll give everyone a chance to tell me their name. So I'll model it first. Alicia Jungyats. So Amanda, could you give it a try?
Amanda Jungia.
Yoyanale. How about Linda?
Linda Yogyats.
Yoyanale. Now Kyle.
Kyle Yunga.
Yoyanale. And we have Mbabo.
Bumbo.
Mumbo.
It's okay. Bumbo ni yung yats.
Yoyanale. And looks like we have a new Rich. Sego. Would you like to give it a try?
Sego, Rich Jungyats.
Oh, Jungyats.
Oh, Jungiats, sorry.
Yoyanale. Okay, so can anybody remember their clan? So now I'm gonna ask you what your clan is. O ni sa dalode. O ni sa dalode. And you will reply, maybe we have Noala as a turtle. Noala niwagi dalode. Or maybe you're a wolf. which is Oguaho Niwagi Dalode, or a bear, Okwali Niwagi Dalode. So do we have any volunteers? Any volunteers and would
I'll
like to
go
tell?
for it.
Nyawa.
Anoala Niwagidalo Niwagidaloda.
Yoyanale, great. So Noala Niwagi Dalode. Do you have anyone else want to give it a try?
Okwari Niwagi Daloda.
Yoyanale. Or you could also still say it your other way.
Wagskare.
Wakskalewage. So Wakskalewage and Okwali Niwagi Dalode means the same thing. So we have any other volunteers? Okay. So now I'm just going to assume that everyone is Gunyat Gehaga, is Mohawk. So if I were to ask you what your nation was, I would say O Ni Sa Dalode. Or sorry, O Ni Sa Wenjode. O Ni Sa Wenjode. And we can all reply Ganyet Gehaga Niwa Go Wenjode. Ganyet Gehaga Niwa Go Wenjode. And does anybody remember what Ge Nugele is?
Oh, I know that one. Where you're from,
Yes, where you're from.
because Ganogile Six Nations.
So you could also say Six Nations Genugele.
Does it matter which way you do it?
No, not really. But
And
you would just have to put that joiner in. So you could say Six Nations Genugele, or if you were to say Genugele Ne Six Nations.
okay,
I could say London Genugele. London, Ontario Genugele. Or like the other word we learned last week, London, Ontario Nidewageno. So that's where I was born. That's where I came from. That was my original home. So there's two words we can use for that. You can say Nidewageno or Genugele. And that's the thing about when you're learning in a language too, you can have so many different words for one possible meaning there. So it's being more specific on what questions you're asking. So I guess that goes back to traditionally you would ask where you came from, like maybe what territory, what nation, what area you originated from. So I guess if we really wanted to go back that far, where would the traditional lands of the Gunyet Gehaga be? Anyone have an idea where that would be?
Mohawk Valley.
Yeah, Mohawk Valley. So we could also say that Mohawk Valley ni de Wageno. Or they also call it Gana Johalege. Gana Johalege ni de Wageno. Our original territories of the Ganyangehaga. So now fast forward it to telling someone your exact location of where you live right now, where you reside, where your house is. We would use the word Gidilo. Gidilo. So I would say first line Gidilo. And I believe last week it was Linda told us it was Martin Street.
Correct.
Yes,
Martin Street, Sigalo,
Gidilo.
Sigidalo.
Yeah, that's a little tough throwing that T and K together. Ski.
Ski,
Or I guess you could just leave that T off.
ski.
So you could just say Gidilo.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. Because the T, what it's doing there is it's like a directional indicator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like there, right? Gidilo. So we can also turn that word into Jadilo. Martin Street, Jadilo, ne Linda. So Jadilo means she lives. Gidilo, where I live. Jadilo, she lives. So does anyone else want to tell us where they live? This is always the part the students are like, I don't want no one to know where I live.
So it would be Sour Springs, Gidalo.
Yes, Sour Springs Ski Delo. Oh, so we're neighbors.
Yes.
So I guess I could even say Sour Springs Gaynugale. That's where I lived as a child. Sour Springs Gaynugale. And Sour Springs Jadilo ne Amanda. Martin Street Jadilo ne Linda. First line Tgidilo EE.
That means that's where you live?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Gidilo is where I live. So Jadilo is her. Gidilo is me. And to throw you way off, if I were to ask where you live, I would say Got New Way, which means where? Got New Way. De Sidelo. De Sidelo. So maybe I could ask Kyle. Kyle got New Way de Sidelo.
Um, Coldwater Ginaraga. Ginagre. grandma. Kind of lost. Sorry, my dog was bugging me.
Oh, no problem. No problem. We all got little extras today, I think. So,
Can I ask, how would I say, you were talking, just going back to the, where you're from. How would I say that my grandfather was from Six Nations? Like he was born there. Like, so I don't want to say my ancestors are from, even though that would be correct, but
Mhm.
like he was from there. So I just didn't, I wrote down old man and older woman and older man, but I don't think I actually got written down what grandmother and grandfather were.
Oh, okay. So grandfather would be
Oh, yeah, Sutaluk.
Luxutta.
Oh, Luxuta. Luck
Luxutta.
is grandfather.
Is grandfather, yes.
And what's grandmother?
Aksutta.
Oh, Suta. So would I say Luxuta ni Ganyegaha Six Nations?
So you could say Luxutta Lanugele.
La na gale.
Lanugele.
La na gale.
Lanugele.
La na na na
Nagele.
no.
That long na, it's kind of like nah, not today. Lanugele. Lanugele.
So Luxuta la na gale. La
Yes.
na gale.
Lanugele.
La na gale. And then I say Ganyegaha ga Six Nations.
So Ganyet Gehaga is Mohawk.
Right. Okay. So that's the
Would
wrong.
you want to say he's nation?
No, I think I'd rather say he's from Six Nations. Or he was born in Six Nations.
Lanugele.
Okay.
Lanugele. So Six Nations. Lanugele. Ne Luxutta.
Six Nations, Lanot Gale, Ne Luxuta.
Yes.
Because that's more accurate for me because I'm not from there, but he's from there.
Mhm.
Do you ever get in the languages into like maternal and paternal grandparents? Like a
Yeah.
distinction between them?
No. Like we were talking about yesterday or last week, remember we had that word Ista and it referred to mother and aunt.
Oh, I had that written down.
Yeah.
Agutstaha. Agutstaha?
Agukstaha.
Agukstaha. Okay, I got it. I had the accent in the wrong place. Agukstaha, and so would I say Six Nations, Anangali ne Luxuta Agukstaha, meaning my grandfather on my mother's side?
No. So if you look down on our chart here,
Okay,
would have to say, we would say our mother, which would be Agate Nistaha Nungwadi. So Nungwadi
Against Teha,
Yeah,
Ngwadi.
so here it is. Can you see that right there? I'm underlining.
Yep. Against Teha, Nungwati.
Nungwadi. So it's like my
Nungwadi.
mother's side.
Okay.
So Againistaha, Nungwadi, and you want to say your grandfather?
Yeah.
Russ?
No, that's my dad. It was
Okay.
Jacob Alfred Jacob. He went by both.
So you could say Againistaha, Nungwadi, Elfert, Luwayats. Luwayats, Ne, Laksuta. So this top one here is saying Againistaha Gwadi, my mother's side, and this is speaking about your grandmother.
Okay.
And this one down here is speaking about your grandfather. So you could say Againistaha Nungwadi, Elfert Luwayats Ne Laksuta.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Like it's on my mother's side.
Yes, on your mother's side.
Gotcha.
Hutsquee. So Hutsquee is kind of like that slang of, so how's it going? I guess more of a segue to a different conversation. So I'm going to use it in this way is Hutsquee, who remembers how to say their age? Or who is brave enough to say their age?
I remember the number, but not how to introduce the sentence.
Okay.
Yayuk Niwasa.
Yayak Niwasa, Yo Yanale.
I'm 60.
So right here we have the word not dewago siliago.
Oh yeah, I struggled with this word.
Yeah.
So it's oh gosh, now I forget the number.
Oh,
Asenewasa Jada. Sorry, can you say that word again?
not dewago siliago.
Not Dewago Saliago.
Yo Yanale. Yo Yanale, that sounds great. Not dewago siliago. And Linda would say,
Yayuk Niwasa na Dewa Goseliego.
Gosiliago. Yeah.
Goseliego.
Yeah, you got that stress right. It was just the wrong sound. And I would say Gayeli Niwasa Uska na Dewago Siliago. Can somebody tell me how old I am?
Say it again.
Gayeli Niwasa Uska na Dewago Siliago.
Oh, that was too fast for me to get them.
40.
Yeah, 40.
I don't know what's the other one?
Niwasa Uska.
Uska's
41.
1.
Yeah,
It's 41.
46?
41.
I kept saying it, not realizing I was on mute.
I think that's how I start every class. Yes, so Gaeli Niwasa Uska 41. Na Dewago Siliago. Na De Wago Siliago. Na De Wago Siliago.
That is not how I wrote it down for how to pronounce it. Just saying.
Yeah, that's why I keep repeating it.
Mm.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's a tongue twister. So if I were to ask someone else, if I were to ask you your age, let's see. Let's pick on Rich here. Do not de so Siliago, Rich.
A whisk niwasa digini na te wa go seliago.
Yo yanale, yo yanale.
Hey, he's in the wrong class if you can say it that well.
Yeah, I heard his pronunciation
feel
on the
bad,
emails. I was like, I think I can pick on this guy here. So, Rich got nue senagile.
A Huntsville ginagare.
Oh, Huntsville de Sidelo?
So Huntsville ginagare Woodland Tigidaru.
Oh,
Woodland Drive.
oh,
Tigidaru.
Woodland Drive would be Tgidelo. So Ginagale, I was just asking where you were from.
Oh, Watani de Wagenu.
Ah, Wata Nide Hageno. Nide Hale. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to multitask over here. Ah. So Rich and Kyle, you must be from the same area.
I live closer to Wata, but I originate from Gontaga.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
I spend a lot of time out in Wata.
Yeah. Nice place up there. Really nice place. Oh, so let me just check the time here. So we got about 10 minutes. I think we're just going to go back. And okay, so I'll do this first. I'll go through the introduction and then we'll switch over to some number and colors really quick. And then we'll take a little break. Okay, so we'd start off with Alicia Jungyat, Okwali Niwagit Dalode, Ganye Gehaga Niwago Wenjode, London, Ontario, Genagele, first line Tgidelo or Gidelo, Gaeli Niwasa Digini, or sorry, Gaeli Niwasa Uska, not Dewago Siliago. Roger Lawayats Ne Lagate Niha. Charlene Yundajats Ne Agate Nistaha. So those last two I did, if you remember from last class, we were just introducing our parents. So for my dad, Roger Lawayats Ne Lagate Niha. So Roger is my father's name. Dehno Charlene Yundajats Ne Agate Nistaha. Charlene is my mother's name.
Can I try?
Oh, sure thing. Did you want me to bring it?
No, Russ, long wayats ni laganiha,
Yoyanale.
Eve long dajats ne ne
Nay?
agat ni staha,
Yes. Yoyanale. Yoyanale.
and aganistaha non quai zi Six Nations lanang gale ne luxuta.
Hi, Yoyanale. Yoyanale.
Really? Did I do it?
I could definitely understand what you were trying to say.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that's better than like what I've been doing so far. Where did I screw up?
So I'm just, you didn't really screw up. I think it's what you want it to say.
But I didn't pronounce it very well.
No, you it was oh, your grandfather's name.
Oh, I
I
didn't
think
put
you
it
wanted
in
to
there.
say his name and you said Six Nations instead.
Oh, got you.
But you
So-
got important information of your mother's, your grandfather on your mother's side is from Six Nations.
Okay, so where do I put my grandfather's name in there?
So you would say Elfert,
Mm-hmm.
the Wyatts.
Okay, hang on, I gotta write this down.
Yeah.
Alfred Wyatts,
Ne Luxuta.
ne Luxuta. Yeah.
Agatnistaha.
Gate. Uh-huh.
Nu
Mm-hmm. Pardon?
Nu Gwadi. So remember that was that word for my mother's side.
Mm.
Agatnistaha Num Gwadi.
Cool. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
But I did say it properly for that my grandfather on my mother's side was from Six Nations.
Yes, yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay.
100%
Mhm.
knew what you were saying.
That's the main thing I wanted to be able to say, that, hi, my name is Linda, and because they always ask, like, when we're starting any of our meetings, they always say, like, say where you're from, and it's like, well, I'm not from, but my grandfather's from, so I wanted to be able to say that. So
Mhm.
success. And I got to be back in 1 sec. The dog wants out.
Okay, so we're just gonna review the colors here. So does everyone see the colors up on the screen? Just shoot me a little thumbs up on your emojis.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. Nyawa, nyawa, nyawa. So we'll start at, must be a teacher thing. I just always feel better when I have a pointer. I don't know what it is. Just to make sure everyone's following along. So right here for white, we have Galaga.
Galago.
Galago. So, and we would add the word Niwasogode.
Niwasogode.
Wasogode.
And that means,
That's just you're identifying the color.
okay, the color is
Yeah,
white.
the color is white.
Okay.
So
Can
that's
you
gonna
say
help.
that word again?
Galago
Galago?
Niwasogode.
Galoga?
Galaga Niwasogode. So this is going to help when we start to incorporate words and we want to be able to tell people the color of things. So maybe this is what I would say is Galaga Niwaso Gode Ne Gahyadusala. So this is just paper. The word for paper is Gahyadusala. Galaga niwaso gode. So the next one would be Ojinagwal.
Ojinagwa.
Ojinagwal. And it's kind of tricky because there's always been an R on the end of this as long as I can remember, but it's like it's silence. So I've always learned to say it as Ojinagwa. Any other language learners in here, did they just hear it that way? Ojinagwa? Ojinagwa. But you may hear others pronounce it with that R sound at the end, just very slightly. Ojinagwa. We have Ojinagwa niwaso gode. The color is yellow. Ajalanda.
Ajalanda.
Ajalanda niwaso gode.
Ajalanda niwaso gode.
Yanale. Then I would incorporate Ajalanda niwaso gode ne one usela. Or one usela goa. Ajalanda niwaso gode ne one usela goa. Next, we have the color red, which is Oneguatala.
Oneguatala.
Oneguatala niwaso gode.
Oneguatala niwaso gode.
Oh, you yanale. Oneguatala niwaso gode. And then as we would put it into a sentence as Oneguatala niwaso gode ne anuwalole.
What's that? Annually.
Anuwalole.
Annually?
Anuwalole. So last week when we were going through colors, we mentioned pink. And
No, we
I
didn't have pink. I wrote them all
I
down.
briefly mentioned it because the word I used is, I guess it's more common in Six Nations, more particularly to one or two language families. And it just translates to a lighter red. Who remembers me saying Ganeguetalaga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So that
But
light red
a light red.
regionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is one it's used more broadly. Wasalade.
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 So gode.
Wasalade niwaso gode ne atano. Wasalade niwaso gode ne atano.
Oh, Wasala de Niwasa Gode Ne Ajadawi.
Yo Yanale. Are you wearing a pink shirt today?
It's Pink Shirt Day and I'm wearing my pink shirt and I said it properly. Yay.
Yo Yanale, yo Yanale.
Woohoo, you can't see my grin, but it's ear to ear.
And you said it perfectly too. Wasalade di waso gorane ajadui. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. I'm almost slapping my baby's back a little harder than it needs to be.
But don't do it too hard. We don't want her. Is it him or her?
Oh, so we have this little guy here.
I can't see you're sharing your screen, but
Oh, okay, we'll do it before we go.
okay, sounds good.
He's beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, how do I get exit full screen? Oh, there, now I can see you again.
oh, you can see that? Okay.
Oh, oh, you make me want grandbabies. And I don't have any yet. That's not fair.
Yeah, I'm sure they're coming.
Well, one's 25 and one's 31. They better start soon.
Well, my mother thought the same thing about me, and I just held off, I guess, to be stubborn. So I'm 41, so there's time.
Okay, good.
Gaeli ni wasa uska na dewa go siliago.
I feel like I should know what you just said, but drawing a blank.
Yeah, no problem. So I just told you that I am 41. That's how old I am.
Oh, right. Yes, because, yeah, I recognized some of the sounds.
Yeah.
But we were on colors, not word numbers anymore. So I'm not on that page.
Yeah, it starts to all click in. Yeah, I find let's just go wherever the conversation takes us. As long as we're speaking some language here.
Not de wa go saliado. That
Not
is the A.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
So we'll just turn back onto the colors here.
holiday. Yeah. Sorry for distracting everybody.
No problem, no problem. So we have purple is o halenata. O halenata iwasogode.
O halanata nu niwasogode.
Oh, yung yanale. O halenata niwasogode. So I'm going to throw in a new word because I don't know what this is really. So I'm just going to use the word gigo. Gigo. So gigo means this.
Gigo.
Gigo. O halenata niwasogode. Gigo.
O halanata niwasogode. Gido.
Gigo.
Go.
So what
Gi-
does it mean, Gigo?
So
This.
gigo is this. It's nothing in particular. I don't really know what it is. A block, I guess.
A puzzle piece.
Yeah. But I just thought that could be a very useful word for you to say,
Gigo.
to learn giggle, meaning this.
Oh, okay. So this is purple is what you said then.
Yes, this is purple.
Ah, okay.
So ohalenata niwaso gode giggle.
And no name.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is, so I'm just gonna call it this.
Gotcha.
So you tend toward putting that word at the end of the sentence. Would you say that Mohawk sentence structure would sort of relate to ASL?
Yeah, because what I've learned is that English is the only language that's backwards. Because if you know another language, it tends to be, I guess you would say backwards from English,
Mhm.
or you're identifying the most important piece you want to say first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could say this is purple. Gigo ohalenata niwasogode.
Okay.
Or maybe I want to identify more about the color purple than the objects. Then I would say, O halenata ni waso gode gigo. So just more about what you feel is more important to say first.
Mhm.
Is there a way to say, like, because you said this is gigon, what would you say that is in referring to like responding back to you?
It would be ti gon. Very similar. So you have gigo, gigo, ti gon.
And then I have one other word. How would you say again? So I can constantly say for you to repeat again in Mohawk so I can get the familiarity of saying that instead of going, huh?
No problem. So you would say silo, silo, ale.
Silo.
So silo would mean to say something, silo. Then ale is the word for again.
Silo ale.
Silo ale. And then if we want to turn it into a question, like I guess more of a politer way, you would add in awado ga, awado ga, or awado silo ale.
Awado silo ale.
So
Would you
that's just,
say,
can
but,
you say that again?
so would you say Silon Ale Awadogen?
No, because you're asking them to do something. So that's the most important part of the sentence, I guess you would say.
So you'd say Awado Silon Ale?
Awado silo ale. Can you say that again?
Awado Silon Ale. Was that correct?
That is correct. Awado silo ale.
Nate Gieli is how you say that's correct, right?
Nate gaeli.
Nate Gieli.
Ha. Nate gaeli. Ha. Nate gaeli. Ona nua. Ona nua. So ona nua is kind of like so now I'm trying to move the lesson on to the next color. Ona nua. So now we will look at the color green. So for the color green would be ohande ni wa so gode.
Ohande newaso.
Ohande ni wa so gode.
Would you say Ohande ni Ohande?
Ohande ni wa so gode ne ohande. Yes, you would.
Okay.
Yep, the grass is green.
So Ohande ni Wasagode,
Ni wa so gode.
ni Wasagode,
Mhm.
ne
Ne.
Ohande.
Yes.
But if you say ne Oginga, Oginagua,
Ojinagwa.
Ojinagua,
Mhm.
because that's the problem at this time of the year is it's not changed yet. It's still yellow. It's not green.
Yeah, after that rain, I've got some pretty green grass around here. Oh yeah, you just had the
Ice storm.
ice storm.
Yes.
Well,
And I
yours-
spent all day yesterday chipping and taking down and chipping a tree on the corner outside my office window.
Oh, that
Because
sounds
I'm
like a
working from
workout.
home. And it all day the chipper was going and oh my God, and it was a huge tree. They had the street closed. Oh, it was a mess. So
Oh,
it still continues, even though it's done, it still continues.
yeah, the clean out, that's the worst part. Because it lasts
Yeah.
longer than a storm.
Are we gonna take a break? Cause it's been an hour. I could use a coffee.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, let's take a little break. We'll take a little 10-minute break. And then we'll come back and finish off with the colors. I have some objects and we'll get into a few of the emotions. And
Alright.
hopefully we can make it to the emotions.
I'm gonna pause the recording until we return then.
Okay, yeah, well, okay. So we will just continue on with the rest of the colors we had here. So we had, let me see if my little things will work here. So we had blue, Oluya, Oluya niwa sokode. Oluya niwa sokode ne atastilo. Oluya niwa sokode ne atastilo. Onanua ohesa niwa sokode. Ohesa niwa sokode. Ohesa niwa sokode ne ganya. So ganya is a stick. Ohesa niwa sokode ne ganya. And if you wanted to say a lacrosse sticks, you'd say dehonjiquaix, dehonjiquaix ganya. Other than that, the word ganya just means a stick. But not a stick you find outside off of a tree. That has a totally different name. So I guess the stick would be more of, it was made for a purpose. Maybe you have a walking stick, a cane. You would say ganya, a pointing stick. Onanua adat gala. Adat gala. Adat gala niwa sokode ne ajadoi. Adat gala niwa sokode ne ajadoi. Onanua ne gahunji. Gahunji niwa sokode. Gahunji niwa sokode ne asalie. Gahunji ni waso gode ne asalie. Well, asalie would mean a string, your string or thread. Gahunji ni waso gode ne asalie. We'll just do a review of the colors real quick, and then we'll move on to some emotions. So galago ni waso gode. Ojinagwa ni waso gode. Ajalanda ni waso gode. Oneguatala ni waso gode. Wasalade ni waso gode. Ohalenata ni waso gode. Ohunde ni waso gode. Oluya ni waso gode. Ohesa ni waso gode. Adagala ni waso gode. Gahunji ni waso gode. There are our main colors.
Could you say great again, please?
Adagala.
Ada Gala?
Adagala.
Ada Gala.
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 Adagala.
Thank you.
No problem.
Onanua.
Onanua. Yo, yo. I think Linda's going to be taking my job. She's gunning for my job.
No, it's just trying to show you I'm paying attention.
So I can say that makes me wagatsanuni.
Wagatsanuni.
Wagatsanuni. So I am happy. Wagatsanuni. And you know what? I have a feeling these ones are going to be easier than a lot of the other stuffs we looked at. So, Wage nigu laksa. Wage nigu laksa. I am sad. Wage nigu laksa. Wagada galide. Wagada galide. I am healthy. Wagada galide. So these are some of the words that you could also use in your greetings. So we'll have a little practice with that after we go through them. Onanua wagena kwaon. Wagena kwaon. Kwaon. I am angry. Wagena kwaon. Dewa kwisaheo. Dewa kwisaheo. I am tired.
That's a
Dewa.
lot of sounds for tired.
It sure is. But it sounds so great when they're all together. Dewa kwisaheo.
Dewa kwisaheo.
Dewa kwisaheo.
Dewa kwisaheo.
Oh, dewa kwisaheo.
Now you're going to start the yawn going all around us, you know.
I'm going to blame that on the baby right now. So dewa kuisaheo. Dewa gewen hale. Dewa gewen hale. Dewa gewen hale. So also too, it's fun on these big words. I like to do is start from the back. Let me grab my little pen. Lay, hale,
Holly,
yen hale, weyen hale, geweyen hale, wageweyen hale, dewageweyen hale.
Dewaga Wehan Holly,
Dewageweyen hale.
Dewage Wehan Holly.
Yo yanale. Dewageweyen hale. So we could say, also, if I were to put this in a sentence, I could say, Uwa wehni selade, which would mean right now, today. Uwa wehni selade, dewa gewiyen hale. I am busy today. Today I am busy. Uwa wehni selade, dewa gewiyen hale. Wagadela suio. Wa de la suio. Wagadela suio. And about 99% of the time when you see that I.io on the end of a word, it's going to mean that it's good. Something that is good. So this is meaning that my luck is good. Wagadela suio. I'm lucky.
Wagatela Suio.
Wagadela suio.
Wagatela Suio. I'm not, but so how do you say I'm not?
So we could just turn that into ya de wagadela suio.
Ya de
Yeah, de. So we're negating it. All we're doing is putting that word in front, ya, which means no. And the de is negating it to mean a negative. Ya de wagadela suio. I am not lucky.
Wagatela Suio.
Yeah. So if someone were to ask you a question, to ask if you were lucky, they would put the word in ga to mean a question. So it would sound like this. Sa de la suio ga. Are you lucky? So you notice the word kind of changed there though to sa de la suio and waga de la suio. Sa de la suio, that sa sound at the beginning is identifying that I'm talking to you. And the ga is making it a question. Sa de la suio ga. And for those few that are very lucky, they could definitely be saying wa gade la suyo. And if you want to make it sound more of a proper conversation answer, we would put in the front ha, which means yes. Ha wa gade la suyo. Yes, I am lucky. So there's 2 words in there we just learned. Ya for no, and ha for yes.
So
Ya, yep,
would you say ga sadala suyo punk?
sadela suyo ga.
Oh, you would put ga at the end?
Yeah, at the end.
Oh, okay. Sadala suyo ga punk. To quote Dirty Harry, in case anybody didn't note it, he said are you feeling lucky, punk?
Yeah.
And then he says, count how many bullets I shot. Did I shoot 9 or did I shoot 10? Anyway, sorry.
Oh, that would be another fun thing, just to try and translate movie lines there.
Well, yeah, that's why I wondered if like it doesn't quite work, but I thought that was a good joke anyway. Sorry.
Yeah. I think next week I'm going to fish around in YouTube. There's some cute little videos in there, and they do recreate movie scenes. Maybe that'll be your test if you can understand what they're saying. I mean,
That's not fair.
there's no test.
I'd have to go through so many pages just to find the word, and you'd be 3 sentences past it.
Oh, I'm sure there'd be a few things that would stick out, especially the movies that they do. There's some Star Wars things, a lot of Star Wars themes.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our last hope.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to find one before the end of this class, just because they're so great. They're hilarious and they're so entertaining for language learning. Hatsque ona nuwa dewa gate ni gunhale. Dewa gate ni gun hale. Dewa gate ni gun hale. Dewa gate ni gun hale.
How do you get the all lay together again?
So I guess you could say
do
the
this one
R.
Can you do this one from the back like you did the other one?
Mm-hmm.
With your pointer and all that, the lay, ha, and all that.
Yeah, here we go. Lay, hale, 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 gul, hale, and it's kind of got the rolling of the tongue. Gul, hale. Ni gul, hale. Gate, ni gul, hale. Wagate, ni gun hale. Dewagate, ni gun hale.
Ewage no holole. I did
Very,
that.
very close. Yo yadale. Dewagate, ni gun hale.
Holole.
De wagate ni gunhale.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, someone else is worried here.
Oh, it's almost lunchtime, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, getting pretty close. No. Or ona nuwa walk stay least. Walk stay least. Walk stay least.
So how would you say you are funny?
You are funny.
Yeah,
Stay least.
sus dailiest,
Stay least. Yep.
sus dailiest. Thank you. I've got a girlfriend who's really funny, so that will be good.
Stay least.
Sus dailiest. So I'm noticing there's a lot of words where there's the root and what changes is the prefix to it rather than the suffix in the terminaison in French. The changes, whether it's he, she, you, and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
the prefixes that change it here. So sa instead of walk makes it you instead of I.
Yeah, and you'll start to notice that more when we get into these emotions here.
Like Gendora, no, laha, laha,
Yeah, very close. Gendoha.
Gendoha. So
Gendoha.
would that be sa do la for you are
Just
lazy?
very, very close. It would be sen dolha.
Then do.
Sen dolha. And then we would have Lundolha. He is lazy. So this is more of the things we would be looking at when we go into the intermediate course. Just the different type of prefixes depending on what type of word we're using. Not to mention that we'll be getting into the past and present future state of words. And that's a totally different ball game because some of them change altogether.
Great.
Not-
I'm
not
definitely
worry
going back
about.
through all the recordings and everything and going through this at least once, if not twice, before I go to the intermediate course.
Yeah.
Are you going
It
to be
can be a
doing the
little much,
beginner
but this
course?
is a nice little entryway into it.
Right, but I'm wondering if you do are you going to be doing a beginner's course again? Because it might be an idea to do the beginner's course again before doing an intermediate course.
I guess that's something we can discuss. I have a meeting after this class today. I know we do have the recordings and it is a pilot because they're looking back, there's a lot of things I would like to go back and tweak. But yeah, that's some great ideas. I'm sure Julie's taking notes in the background.
Probably.
Oh.
Yes, she says.
Okay, so we have here Gendolha. Walk deluni. Walk deluni. Walk deluni. So like you were mentioning before, you were noticing that prefix on there, the walk deluni, and when we change it to you would be sa deluni.
So if you wanted to say, are you afraid? You would say, Sakdaluni ga.
Yes, yes, you would. Yo yanale. Yo yanale, Nate Gaeli.
Oh shoot. It's not miigwech, which is the one that I've been learning all the time. So I don't remember what's the right word. Just say thank you.
Meowa.
Nyawa. Okay.
Yeah.
Nyawa, there it is. I'm going to highlight it in my notes. Nyawa.
And I would say Nyo.
I could say Nyawa Goa.
Oh. And I think I would just say Nyawa Nyawa. Okay, so great, great. It's starting to all make sense.
It is. It's starting to click.
The Onanua Wagidas. Wagidas. Wagidas.
But hey, that's an oxymoron. How can you say I'm asleep? If you're asleep, you're not talking. It's a
Language
trick
is a
one.
fun thing.
You're tricking us.
I guess this would be the introduction into past and future states.
So again, with this one, you would just say the word and got at the end. So if I walk in a room and someone looks like they're asleep, would I just go wagidas?
No, so Wagidas is I'm sleep.
Oh, right. So it would be sagidas. Ga?
No, so there's a different thing with the language. We see, do you see the I here? The I and the dot dot with the stress?
Right.
So that's telling me that this word, the root word of it starts with an I.
Oh,
So it has a certain prefix that would go to it. So I would ask, instead of Wagidas, I'm sleep, I would say Sandas, for you are sleep.
so would I say sandas ga?
Yep, that is exactly what you would say. Sandaska. Ha, and maybe you would peek your eye open and say, ha, Wagidas. I think we got one more here. Yeah. We have Wagyeso. Wagyeso.
Bagyeso.
Wagyeso.
Bagyeso.
Hmm.
That one's hard for me because it's not quite a SOU sound like in French, and it's not quite an SEN sound in French, and it's unique, and I'm having trouble getting my mouth around that.
Yeah, and you're also probably looking at the word and wanting to say sun.
Well, no more son, the French of it,
Oh, yeah.
because I speak French too.
Ah, so maybe we should be trading off some words here. We could have a multilingual class.
Yeah, no, two is good enough. Thank you.
So soon, wagyesu,
I guess. Mm.
wagyesu. And if I were to say wagyesu G nit gaeli. Do you remember what that word is? Tgaeli.
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember without looking back to my notes.
Yeah. So wagyesu G nit gaeli. I am smiling because it's right.
Oh, okay.
We'll just do a quick review of here. I do have some clothing and a few noun words. Did we want to go over that or just a quick review of the, oh wow, I didn't realize it was that time.
How about some more? I've been taking notes and screenshotting, so I'm good if everybody else is to continue with more words.
Okay. Sure thing.
Are you okay with it, Amanda? Kyle? Bo?
Yep, that's fine with me.
Oh, all right. So I think I have a TA in class. Awesome. So we have Wagatsanuni, Wagatnigu Laksa, Wagadat Galide, Wagena Kwao, Wakwisaheo, Dewagewien Hale, Wakadela Suio, Dewagatni Gunhale, Wakstalis, Gendolha, Wakdeluni, Wagidas, and Wagiso. So these, some of the first few that we looked at here, you can use those if someone were to ask you how you're feeling and you didn't want to go with the generic, maybe they would say skanagoaga, and you could say ha skanagoa or ha yoyana laje. We could also add these in there if I were to say skanagoaga, and you could say ha wagatsununi, or maybe if you want, oh, not even touching the mouse. Or if you want to tell someone that, you know, you're not particularly happy or feeling good that day, you're sad. So you could say sego skanagoaga ya wagatni go laksa. So there's that word ya. No, I'm not having skana. I'm feeling sad today. Or we could use this one. Instead of saying yoyana laje, which is everything's good, you could also say ha wagada galide. I'm feeling well, I'm healthy. So there's just a few words to add into your repertoire. Alrighty. So can everybody see our clothing here? So we'll start at this guy up here. So for the word hat is anu walole. Anu walole. Anu walole. And next for these three here. So this word ajadoi can mean a shirt, a dress, or a coat. So it doesn't have to mean just a shirt. Ajadoi. Next, we will have pants. A tustilo. A tustilo. A tustilo. And we'll move over here to the socks. Adelati. 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 Then we have our shoes. Ahta. Ahta. So we could incorporate the colors we learned earlier to reinforce some of those words. We could say Gahunji ni waso gode ne ahta. Gahunji ni waso gode ne ahta. A bag. GLA. GLA. And the reason we're using these nouns we have here, because like I said, maybe I'm just really promoting for the intermediate course. But what we'll be doing in the next course is incorporating these words and how to say more things about this bag. Like we can maybe say it's a big bag, it's a small bag, it's a nice bag. So in the language, we would incorporate all of those descriptive words into one word. So instead of saying a sentence, we would just have to say one word. Like for the word bag, GLA, I would say Gayalitzilowana for a big bag. Gayalitzilowana. But that's for next one.
And then if you got into it's a big brown bag with handles, you'd use every word in the alphabet and then some again.
We sure would.
How would you say that?
So we'd have to go to the color. Ohesa niwaso goda ne Gayalitzilowana. Dehno Wagyo ne. Actually, there's not really.
I stumped the teacher.
Yeah, a word for handles.
Well,
So
because
maybe
of
I
the
have
next
to look up
picture.
that very specific word for handles.
Well, because the next picture you have is the basket, and I know like there's oftentimes, especially in the indigenous creations, there are baskets, but baskets without handles specifically, and some with handles, and so that's why I thought that would be a common word.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if it's more of a certain territory or maybe just the nations.
Could be, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't recall any specific word for handles.
Probably more common on the West Coast with the basket weaving they do there.
Well, because with the Haudenosaunee, I'm not sure about Ojibways or Crees, but a lot of their baskets would be carried on their back, right? So there's many ways to say how something can be carried. It's carried, it's hung.
Yeah, more like a strap rather than handles.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. So our next word for basket is atale. Atale. And then we have gazale. Gazale. And down here we have ohasila. So that word ohasila would work either for a lamp or a light. Ohasila. And then we have our ball down here, which we've used a few times, is Atano. 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 So, and if you notice, a lot with our environmental nouns we have here, like the GLA, Otele, Gazale, Ohasila, Atano. The further we, the more words we would go on to, you'd notice they start with the same letters. But we'll get into that in another class, maybe next class, maybe the next course.
So can you say Gazale Ajandala?
Ajalanda, ni
Ajalanda?
wasokoda, ne gazale.
So say that again, sorry.
Ajalanda, ni wasokode,
Wasagode?
ne gazale. Yeah, so we're just identifying the color there. Just like we could also say for this guy right here, Ohande ni wasokode ne gazale. Ajalanda ni wasokoda ne ajadawi. And Oneguatala ni wasokoda ne anuwalole.
That's a
just-
good one for you to keep. That really made sense.
Yeah.
So what would be the word I would need to add on to say my car is orange?
My car.
Yeah,
You know what? It's getting pretty close. We're just gonna leave that one for next class because I know I'm gonna go off on a whole other way.
okay.
So I will put that in my notes and we'll do a little bit of ownership next week. Like how
Oh,
you say
okay.
my car, my ball, my shirt. So yes, thank you for the ideas for next week's lesson. Because I think we're getting a good handle on a lot of the colors. And some of the other stuff we've been looking at the beginning of every class. So great job, everyone. You're picking up really, really well, considering this is really only 4 classes. So we look
Yep.
forward to seeing everyone next week. Feel free if you want, just shoot into the chat anything that you want to maybe learn next week. If you want to look more into family members, like Linda had said, ownership of things. I did have more stuff on just conversational, like what's his name, what's her name is, his name is. So we can go into some things like that. But yeah, just feel free to shoot me some ideas in the chat of what you would want to learn.
And then just wanted to mention, I know that this registration has kind of caused a bit of some issues with people being able to access the course. The links go take you back to the registration page for some reason. If you do encounter that again, just go ahead and register again if the link doesn't take you into the complete course, or email me, as some people have been doing. I'm more than willing to send that link again to you. And again, you may have to re-register. I'm not sure what that is. It's just a setting that I think we put in place when we were restricting it to participants from Canada. So I do apologize for that. We're going to look at maybe getting rid of that aspect when we offer the registration for the intermediate class, which will begin May 3rd and run till May 31st. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I did mention that intermediate class, we will probably send those of you who have been regularly attending and participating a direct link to the registration. And you should see that probably in the next couple weeks. I have a meeting myself with my manager to discuss that piece in the next week and a half or so. Nahao, Yahweh, for those of you who are here and who are attending, and great work in your language acquisitions. Miigwech, Alicia, Yahweh, Alicia, as always. And we'll see everybody next Wednesday at 10:30.
Oh, Ona sewa gwego.
Yawa ona.
Yawa.
Yeah, well,
Yawa, ona.
Ona, nyo.